Okay, students, this tutorial is on using nested sequences. Let me explain very quickly what a nested sequence is. We do things in as short a sequence as possible. So let's say I have a 30-minute sitcom that I'm editing. There are several sections of that. I have a teaser at the very beginning, and I have the credits. Then I have Act 1, which is after the first commercial. Then I have Act 2, which is after the second commercial. Then I have Act 3, which is after the third commercial. And then I have a tag at the end. Well, I will create a sequence for each one of those. For the teaser, for the credits, the opening credits, for Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, and for the tag at the end. Then I will nest those. And nesting means that I'm going to take all of these video files and all of the stuff that's stacked on top, all of the sound beneath it, special effects, all that stuff, and I'm going to nest it, and it's going to collapse it into one segment. It's going to look like one clip. And then after I've done that for each one of those sections, I can create another sequence that's called whatever my episode 4 is, and my comedy episode, and I can then put those all in that sequence, and they're nested. And so I don't have to do the entire thing all at once. I do it in small bits. And once it's nested, it's shrunk down to one clip. That's a signal to the editor that that is locked. Don't change anything for that. So here we have this bike sequence, and let me play that for you right here. No audio for this. Not the best video in the video quality in the world, but it'll do for what we need to do. All right, so that's that. All right, so let me go back to the beginning of this. Let me turn my mouse effects on, see if I can get these to work for us. But anyway, so what we want to do here is put our playhead at the very beginning of this and hit the I key, and that's going to make an endpoint there. All right, then I'm going to scroll down here, and I'm going to take this sequence. Remember, this is the icon for a sequence, 09A race open, right? And I'm not going to double click it. I'm going to drag this into the program monitor up here, and in the center of that is insert. And that's going to insert this entire sequence right here at the beginning of this sequence. So as I left click and hold and drag this up here and insert, bam, there it is. Right? It's got some rendering to do, but let's see if we can play it. Now, there's my nested sequence. Now, what if I wanted to update this to make this 2014 or shorten it or something of that nature? All I have to do with a nested sequence is double click it in the sequence here, and it will open up in a separate sequence, and it will expand all of the files that are associated with this nested sequence. Watch this. I'm going to double click this. There it is. And there's my video, my graphics video, and all of those. So if I wanted to change something, I could go into here and change it. And let me just show you. I'll shorten this. And it's automatically, while I'm doing this, it's automatically updating it in the sequence that I had. All right, so if I go back to bike race right here, which is what we were working in, there it is. Now look at this. You've got top left to down right diagonals. That means you have some dead space, right? It shortened that video for me, that nested sequence for me, and then I've got blank space. So all I have to do then is take my ripple tool and do that, and right click here, and ripple delete that, and everything comes together. So the nested sequence, if it's not permanent, all you have to do is double click it, and it opens in a separate sequence, and whatever changes you make here automatically are updated in the sequence here. How terrific is that?